The war in Syria has killed more than 100,000 people. The conflict has also inflicted a heavy toll on medical facilities. A group of surgeons here in the U.S., through the Union of Syrian Medical Relief and the Syrian American Medical Society, is assisting with the increasing medical needs without ever entering an operating room in Syria.
Now, how do they do it? VOA's Carolyn Presutti did exclusive reporting on the virtual surgeries, and she told me how they work, but we should warn you, this story contains some graphic images that may be difficult to watch. Carolyn, take us through this. How is it that a doctor in the United States is able to help with a surgery going on halfway across the world in Syria?
Okay, so say you're the doctor. You're totally wired, right? You're carrying your laptop with you. You're carrying your smartphone with you. You suddenly get a call on your smartphone. You get maybe a message through Facebook, maybe Twitter, and you realize that you're needed in surgery in Syria. So you get set up with your Skype, with your webcam, and that's exactly how the connection is made. They brief you, they tell you about the patient, they being the surgeons in Syria.
This patient will never know that his destiny lies in the expertise of a man 9,400 kilometers away. The 19-year-old took a bullet to the leg.
He hasn't been able to walk since.
Neither the surgeon nor a visiting British doctor in Syria has expertise in peripheral nerve damage. So in the midst of war, they are consulting via Skype with Dr. Abdelmajid Katranji, a hand surgeon in Michigan.
Now, when you have surgeons who are active in Syria, why is this kind of help from abroad necessary?
When a conflict occurs, it's not like you have a base of doctors that are well versed in shrapnel wounds, in combat type trauma, in bullet wounds. So that was the first problem. They just weren't trained with those methods. They're wonderful doctors over there in Syria, but they just didn't have that type of expertise. So that's one reason. So that's how the doctors from this country, through the SAMS Society, the Syrian American Medical Society, and through USAM, the Union for Syrian Medical Relief Organizations, they got together and decided that doctors in this country were going to help these Syrian doctors. So the second reason that the need is there is because of different types of expertise. If you're in a small field hospital in the hills, you may have an injury that you've never seen before, that you don't know how to treat because it's not your specialty. Whereas if you have the experience of the whole world at your hands, physicians from all over the whole world, of course you want to pull from that expertise and you want to ask them their advice.
Now, I imagine there has to be some difficulty involved, though. I mean, even when we do Skype interviews here and we're talking to someone abroad, we have connection issues. How do they have connection issues, and how do they work around that?
Absolutely, they do. In fact, when we were taping this segment of the 10-month-old baby that had the shrapnel wounds, the connection went down several times. So luckily, you still have surgeons on that end who can do other things while they're waiting for the connection to come through again. Or they can simply reconnect with another doctor in this country who has the expertise.
What is that like for you? What kinds of feelings does that bring out for you covering something like this?
Let me tell you a little bit about that 10-month-old, because this is the one that touched my heart. The 10-month-old was brought in the same day as the chemical attacks. She wasn't affected by the chemicals, but she was in a family car. They were fleeing the area because there was shelling after the chemical attack. So they were trying to get away from the shelling, right? Her car gets bombed and her entire family is gone. She has no living relatives. She's brought into the hospital and they're out of cotton. They're out of any splints. So they break off a metal leg to a hospital bed, and they use that as a splint for her broken arm.
As people hear all the political noise, they really have to eliminate it and start looking at the human equation. What's the human equation here? You just heard a doctor who said he doesn't look at people's ID badges. He just needs to be able to deliver care and to be able to deliver care safely.
What do you hope that people take away from this story?
I think, you look at this story and it makes you feel insignificant in this world, that there's so much going on. And even take apart, this is Syria, right? But in the whole world in general, there's so much that we can do. And now that we have the technology to do it, each of us can really make a difference. There's really no excuse for us not to. I mean, somebody thought about doing this. Somebody said, we have Skype. We can do this with a webcam, and they did it, and they do it on a regular basis now. It's just, if you have one thought, you can carry that on to do great things, and certainly these doctors are doing that. And the fact that they don't look at the identification tags of the people that come into their hospital, they don't care whose side that injured person is, they still give them treatment. I think that says a lot about mankind, about humanity.
VOA's Carolyn Presutti. We should mention that the Doctors of SAMS, the Syrian American Medical Society, are all working for these patients for free.